Hello and welcome to Sacred Rainbow Intuitive Guidance Readings. This is Tara, and today's reading is for Aquarius's love reading for the month of June. And just know that the messages received here in this reading are guided by Spirit and is intended for your highest good at the moment you are watching this reading. So not all messages are for everyone. So please take what messages that resonates with you and let go of the rest. And for those of you that are cross watchers, this is for sun, moon, and rising, so be sure to check out my other videos to get a more in-depth reading for this month. And if you enjoyed my reading, let me know by hitting that like button, subscribing to my channel, then click on the bell to receive notifications on my recent uploads. Now let's get started with Aquarius's June love reading. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with seeing what your current energy is, Aquarius. And I'm going to use the Life Purpose Oracle cards. I'm going to pair that up with the Earth Magic cards and just see what's your current energy, Aquarius, in love. We have time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. And look at, there's all these numbers and symbols, and it's like you're standing there working on computing what it is that you want for your future. And you have all these not decisions, but you have all these options that are appearing for you. So they're in front of you, beside you, surrounding you, but it looks like, there's one that you have grasp of in this card she's holding on to. And to me, that represents that, you already know where your heart is taking you, or the direction that your heart is taking you. And all these other options that are appearing for you are ways to maybe distract you. But there are also lessons that are coming through so that you can learn to appreciate that one that you have holding in your hand. We have meadow, vulnerability. So you may not be stepping forward right now because you're not, look at how far away that mountain is. It's in the back of the meadow, and there can be some anxiety, fears coming up about the journey that it would take to get to the other side of that mountain. But when these flowers come in, it's like a representation of taking the time in the now and being present in this current moment. And when you stay present in this current moment, then you're not focused on the future. You're not focused on the past. You're not focused on what you may have to do in a couple hours or whatever. You're focused on the right here and right now. You're not focused on how much time and effort it would take to get to the other side of that mountain. Because if you're just taking one step at a time, one breath at a time, you'd make it if you didn't pay attention, and it wouldn't be as bad as if you didn't pay attention. This is interesting. Let's pull another card. We have support. Your life purpose fully supports you. And then we have the staff of Archangel Raphael. So while you're going through this healing, because, with all these options, it's, different karmic cycles, different karmic loops. Like if you're working on healing through them, even being in a vulnerable state is something that you can heal through, so you can find the courage and growth. And as you go through these shifts and changes and working towards standing more in your power, you are being supported and healed with assistance of the angels. And especially Archangel Raphael is coming through on this card. He's supporting you. Perspective, Milky Way. And here we have spirals. So that also represents chaos and change. But I feel like there's a lot of change that is needing to come through in order for more evolvement of your soul, evolvement of your life purpose, because there is a direction that you clearly know that you're headed on. And I do feel like there's a lot of career that wants to come through, but it's also setting up something, that solid foundation for a better future, and changing your perspective of how you looked in the past to how you're looking towards your future. And also within the relationship, it may have felt like you've been climbing mountains just to be in a balanced place with this person. But there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. And if you're in a relationship with this person, it is time to decide, is it time to decide to take a new step in a new direction? Maybe change your perspective on what is coming through. So this is interesting. Let's see where this is going. And I'm going to go to the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. And I'm going to pair that up with the Good Tarot. And I'm going to find out what is going on with your person. Like what's their current energy right now? Like what are they thinking about, feeling? All right, we have the Hierophant. And that's also number 5. And first off, 5s wanted to come through as change, having that motivation to change. And I almost feel like it's somewhat being a little forced upon them in order to make these changes, because they've been kind of stuck. But they have a lot of expectations set upon them right now, which is making them really go into a inward focus of diving deeper into their spiritual aspects of themselves. Let's get some more information. Let's see where this is going. We have the Ace of Fire, and there's it's a lantern, and then we have a fairy sitting on top. Okay. So, this can be a fire sign coming through, Leo, Aries, Sag, first and foremost. But then we have, with the Ace of Fire, we have the Ace of Wands. So they're being urged to create something new. They're being pushed by a spirit right now to follow their passions and ignite this spark within them to transform what is no longer serving them. Old belief systems, old stories that they'd tell themselves, things like that. Then we have the Four of Air. And this beautiful blue, I was kind of picking up on what the Ace of Fire is also the urge to want to communicate. So they're looking forward to some sort of communication, but that's also representation in this air card, the swords. So whatever they need to communicate, they're being pushed by spirit. They're healing the things from the past that they need to in order to communicate. Oh, we have 2. So we have the Fortune's Wheel. And here's someone looking through this wheel, through the center. And it's like they're waiting for it to move, but the heart is on the top. So they know whatever direction that they go, they want to go in the direction of their heart. And you know, they're looking for that good fortune. They feel like they've already, you know, put the work in, and they're wondering where this change is finally going to come. They're just waiting. It's like tick tock. They're waiting for, you know, divine timing. Then we have the Four of Earth that flipped over with it. And, you know, she's holding some flowers, a bouquet of flowers here. And we have the pentacles on top. And this is someone standing in their own power, or seeing you as their divine counterpart. Taking ownership for their relationship, taking ownership for the wounds of the past that may have been inflicted by them. All right, let's get some clarifier cards. Gratitude. And she's pregnant, so there's some sort of family wanting to come through, building a family, having gratitude for having you in their life in general, having gratitude for having all relations in their life, which is beautiful. When you're in gratitude, then what the universe does is bring more of that to you. And it also is balancing it out. Now, even though all these faces, they don't look happy, you know, sometimes when you have to balance things out, it's not about being happy. You have to go through the pain and the sadness in order to balance out and get out to the other side. Yeah, because, you know, once upon a time, you know, they were playing the victim, or they could be still playing that, you know, victim mentality. That's why, you know, here is in green here, here is in green here. So right now they're healing from that victim mentality. And they have support from the animal kingdom, as well as, you know, dragons, green dragons. With dragons, to me, that represents, like, you know, they may be hoarding on to this victim mentality type energy. And, you know, with the squirrel, they're storing away for the winter. It's like they're hoarding away this energy, and they don't, you know, the scales aren't fully balanced yet. But this could also mean that they're might have to leave a relationship. Complacency. Yeah, they've been, you know, they could be in another relationship for some of you, and they're just being complacent about it. And, you know, it's like, here's someone in their older age, and they just kind of went along with life with just allowing it to be, and, you know, not really balancing out the scales, or healing these hoarding victim mentality type traits. All right, so let's go ahead and move on and get some more information. All right. So, Aquarius, we are going to find out, what does your person's 3D want you to know? And then I'm going to turn to the Romance Angels Oracle card deck, and I'm going to pair that up with the Twin Flame Messages Volume 2. What does your person's 3D want you to know? We have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Too many flipped over. We have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so I feel like this is somebody that you have met. Well, I mean, of course, this is someone from your past, calling in your soulmate. So I feel like for some of you, this is in separation. Or if you are in a relationship, this is taking your relationship to higher levels of evolution. see. For yourself, it's time to take back control of your life. So if there's any karmic cycles that are keeping you binded, old past relationships, different beliefs about love, what you deserve, how to appreciate yourself, it's time to let those go. And they're working on that too, so that they can, it's like they're calling you in. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. How perfect is that? I mean, it's like, come on. It's so hard. Even this, even freeing yourself, letting go of control issues. So if you're focused on just this person and they're just focused on you, and it's the energy is really creating more of a disturbance because you're not just letting it flow freely. Because I mean, when you're in a relationship with someone, you want it to just be natural. You don't want some chaotic energy interfering because you're like this lustful need, desire to be with somebody. So it's okay to be your own person while they're being their own person. And that's what these control issues are, I feel like, are coming up for. And it's about standing in your own, being your own person as they are themselves, because that's, truly the essence of what you would want for them and they would want for you at a higher vibrational love level. But this is saying, the romantic feelings are there, but all these control thoughts, feelings, needs, desires, lustful, lower vibrational energies are really imprisoning the both of you. You're all I've ever wanted. So it doesn't matter, if you're like, oh, I need this person. They understand, you understand. The thought of you still does things to me. So I feel like these messages are coming through because they want you to know that this is how they feel, and you can let go of these lower vibrational energies, these thoughts, these mental and emotional things that are holding you down. You can let those go and heal from that so that you can move into a better space. It says songs are speaking to me. Let's get one more. I was reminded of your scent recently. So maybe there's a perfume or cologne that you wear that they're reminded. I feel like one more wants to come out. We have, you are irreplaceable. Yeah. I mean, that's an important card to come out. So let's see, what do they see? What does your person see with you and this connection? And I'm going to move on to the Quantum Oracle cards, and I'm going to pair that up with the Archangel Power Tarot and get some information. So what do they see with you and their connection? We have 5 Gabriel communications coming through, but it's also a challenge for them. There's a lot of pieces to this puzzle, and there's still a lot of pieces missing. So the card says, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. And, in order to piece these puzzles, it feels like they're going through a lot of obstacles right now, and they're working on it. They're being supported as they're working through these obstacles to piece all, put all the pieces of themselves back together. But also I can see where they, you are a piece to the puzzle that they're missing, and they want to resolve this. But they want to come in the noble way. They want to take the, the honoring path. They want to come to you in their goddess aspect. And they also see you as that. So they, can't come forward or are retreating because, you know, they're not in that place just yet. They're healing, they're working on it. But this is, you know, what they see with you and their connection right now. They're trying to piece the puzzles together, trying to figure it out. But you excite them. There's passion, right? Ace of Gabriel. There's inspiration there. They want to transform this connection from where it is, from where it was, to a new way of being, a higher dimensional type of love, and, you know, not based in lust. And that's where conflict comes in, because, you know, right now there's some old belief systems that, you know, this it's hard for this relationship to be in some sort of higher vibrational love until this conflict has been let go of, has been released. So let's see. This came out as well. King of Ariel. Successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using resources wisely. Okay, so this kind of goes back to the beginning of the reading where, you know, it's about focusing on building a solid foundation of success, because they want to come in as this they want to come in the physical as stable, as a solid, like, leader. They want to show you that they can consciously manifest whatever it is that they want. And actually a healthy relationship with you is a part of that. And they see that. But they're seeking out other possibilities, and that doesn't mean necessarily in relationships, but that means that they're seeking out other possibilities right now, in order to, because they know whatever is in the middle, this chaos, conflict, journey, you know, this journey to that other side of the mountain for this new, you know, eventually it will become this king queen, but we have to go through the depths of our emotions in order to process out what isn't working for us. All right, let's go ahead and move on and see where this is going. And I'm going to find out, what does your person's higher self want you to know? And I'm going to use the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle cards. And I'll pair that up with Healing with the Angels. And find out, what does your person's higher self want you to know? Aquarius. Friendship. All things start off with friendship. And, you know, if right now there's no communication, that's where things have got to start, because you're both in the place of thinking about who you were before. And I'll tell you right now, when you go through healing, you know that you're not the same person. When you let go of things, you change your beliefs. Like, that's why friendship is coming through, because, you know, and also music is coming in. So songs, we're speaking to them, but they could be musicians. We have the River Queen, flow, letting go, natural movement. Some more water showing up, more emotions, going through the motions, letting go of the hurts from the past so that you may be free, and start with this friendship. Start with learning who they are in this now, and, you know, wondering, and you won't have to wonder anymore as if this person is meant for you, because they'll show you their true colors, and you know, surrender and release. Yeah. In order for this person, for even to have a relationship, you have to let go. They have to let go. They're letting go. They're really working through their emotions. And they're really trying to heal the past versions of themselves. Because, you know, it really is. I mean, even though this eventually they want to be your king or queen and provide you with the love that they know you truly deserve. But right now, it's, they're in their shadows and they're acquiring knowledge. They're, not feeling very secure about themselves. But look they're blinded, right? They're blinded, but they're seeking the light. So that's where they're at right now. They're seeking the light. All right, let's get some final advice. And I'm going to get final advice from Queen of the Moon Oracles. And I will pair that up with the Sacred Destiny. So some final advice for love for the month of June for Aquarius. We have potential. And here's another mountain, but look at the top of the mountain is the Milky Way. So the sky is there is no limit. I'm like, the sky is a limit. But to be honest, there is no limit because the potential is there for anything. So you have all these options. Again, all these options. And it is about deciding on which option that you want to choose. I was looking for it. Potential. It's all about all these options. Potential. Look at all these. It's like stars in the sky and just picking out the star that you want, right? It's like just picking it up. It's time to decide. Change. Yeah, it's about changing. Even though it's one thing that we fear most on this throughout this journey is change. Even though some may say, "Oh, I thrive off of change," but there's a lot of people who fear it and who resist change. If I ever find myself resisting anything changing in my life, I have to remind myself that the only one constant thing is change. Every minute of the day. The weather might change. The temperature might change. In a river, every moment, you're standing in the river is flowing. So the water that is flowing between your toes and on your feet, is constantly changing. And that's the same thing with life around you. All right, let's pull some more cards. Blessings. How perfect is that? Is like almost like this bird is like standing in this river water flow. But it's just step in and allow these blessings to come to you and flow through you. And just, go with the flow. We have nourishment. More. Now look at it's the moon. So the moon is a cheese, interestingly enough, it looks like. And then it's flowing of water. And so even the moon, the phases of the moon, you'll find energy nourishment from the moon. But it's also about nourishing your body. So Spirit might be saying it's time to change up your diet, and provide yourself with some more healthy foods, fruits, veggies, things like that. More water, drinking more water, but also having patience, trying not to rush through, because and look, we have a full moon here. And we have some interesting moon energy coming in, and it's we have a lunar eclipse on the 5th, and then we have, which is a full moon, and then on the new moon there's a solar eclipse. So the universe is definitely working on our side to eclipse out, to cut out what is no longer serving us. So it's time that we let go of what is no longer serving us and step forward into the potential that is, and having the patience in order to do that. All right, I thank you so much, Aquarius, for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the messages that you were, and got the messages that you were seeking. I'm all tongue-tied. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know by hitting that like button, leaving a comment below, subscribing to my channel, and then if you hit that bell, it'll keep you notified when I upload new videos. I thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day.